Hello everybody, this is Dino GTO and this is the KV5 on Sand River. KV5 by far my most played tank. Definitely one of my all-time favorites. I don't know what it is about this thing, I just always love playing it. I've always just had fun with it, and that's why the second I saw it go on sale, I think 2 or 3 years ago now, I bought it in a heartbeat because I just saw some gameplay of it on YouTube from beforehand, and it just seemed like the perfect machine for me. Heavy armor, decent rate of fire, pretty well balanced, decent speed too. But yeah, just getting into the first fight here, I see this IS3 and I immediately switched to IPCR. I actually switched to it beforehand because I just anticipated the IS3 being there, and since they buffed that thing, you cannot pin that thing frontally with the KV5. I think you can't pin frontally with less than 190 pin. So stuff like the KV5, IS6, stuff like that. T54 Mod 1, I cannot pin the IS3 frontally. It's virtually impossible. Make the lucky one once every like 8 or 9 shots, but it's not worth it. Just APCR, fuck it. It's like, you're gonna save more money just firing a couple of APCR rounds in the IS3 than you are just wasting like 12 shots on the front and not painting a single one. Because that can happen. I went into a game, didn't carry any APCR in this thing at all. But in the IS3, I think I managed to pin 3 shots on it. And those were only when I was behind it. The second it turned around to me, I bounced like 6 shots off it. And that was the end of that experiment. That was the first game that happened. The first game of that experiment. And that just put a stop to it right there. This thing, you do need a small stock of premium ammunition, although I immediately stopped firing it as soon as it feels like it's not necessary anymore. And I take a big hit from Arty. I used to run this thing with a super heavy spall liner to reduce the Arty damage, but I just found over time it's really not worth doing. It makes your acceleration worse, and you're not going to meet Arty all the time, and Arty's not going to focus on you all the time, so I just find that gun lane drive, I use gun lane drive, rammer, and vertical stabilizer on this thing just to get the most out of the gun so we don't have to be exposed for too long, and just kill the third lane there and hitting the 103. But that's one thing this thing suffers from a wee bit. It's been power creep pretty heavily in I would say the last year. Partly because of things like IS3A, buff of the IS6 when it went to HD. Like this thing didn't get buffed in the HD. Well, if it did get buffed, it didn't get buffed very much. I think the turret cheeks, like the angled sides when you're looking at it from the front, there's the flat bit and then there's the 2 angled bits. It's sort of like an E50 turret, where if you hit the 2 side bits, it will bounce. But those were made stronger. Doesn't really matter much. And go for the ram, as you do in the KV5. And here's the weakness of the super rushing. Yeah, that's the main weakness of the thing. It suffers heavily from that. But yeah, back to the KV5. When they changed the HD, it remained almost exactly the same. They give an extra 10 or 15 millimeters of armor to the R2D2 on the front, which in practice makes nearly no difference because the only things that were really going to bounce off that in the first place were unupgraded tier 6s, and you don't meet too many of those, so yeah. But this tank back in the day, back when it was like seriously powerful and was just able to stomp enemy teams, this thing was godlike if you knew how to manage its weak points. Like if you understood how to reverse side scrape, this thing was godlike. As I've said a couple times now, it has suffered in recent patches, but I still love this thing. I still take it out every now and then because for me, this thing was just perfect. It was the good rate of fire, the armor, and the decent enough mobility. It just mixed and was just perfect for me. But yeah, this was just a good game overall. Just going forward, being aggressive, taking the shots, making sure my team move forward, and dealing the damage where I can, and trying to make sure my team stays alive by trying to hold the attention of the enemy team, like I did when the IS-3 got tracked in the open near the start in the first fight that was in versus the IS-3 Fire Premium against. And the match is about to end, and I'm not going to get close enough to deal with the type. So, I'll just cut it off there. This was an Ace tanker. Steel wall, of course, because KV5, that's just what it does. 1400 XP, pretty good for me. Lost a lot of money, but that's what happens when you fire premium. So that's the end of this video. Let me know in the comments, do you think the KV5 still holds up, or do you think it's been power creeped? And I'll see you in the next one.